Hey y'all, Natalie here today, and it's Mixed Media Frenzy Friday. And today we're creating with this awesome layout as our inspiration. And so I'm gonna scrap lift it with this photo of my son. I didn't do black and white because it was just too cute, him in this little tie-dye shirt. And so I matched all of the inks that I'm going to use to his shirt. So I picked out 5 of these really bright inks. I'm using mostly Catherine Puller, but the pink one is Pink Fresh Studio. And I'm going to be using the tie-dye motifs stamp set from Alta New. I'm going to start with the yellow kind of lime color because it's the one that is going to be in the middle. And so I figured that would just be easiest and work out from there. So I'm just using 2 of the sizes of the tie-dyes. There's 3. So I just chose the 2 smaller ones. And I'm just kind of putting them on this clear gessoed background, white background paper. And just kind of clustering them up. These inks are layering well. And like I said, I put clear gesso on the page because I am going to go back and kind of treat them as watercolors and add some water. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing there. In the layout, it had a black cut file over it. And for this picture, I am going to use some black, but it was a little much to do like a lot of heavy black paper. So I'm just going to do some black splatter to add that element. Now this pink went all the way to the edge of the page, and so I decided to add a little bit of pink on the other end of the page, just as though the rainbow were wrapping around, just to bring it all the way to the end. And I really like the way that ends up looking. So now I'm just taking a paintbrush and some water, and because I put the gesso on here, I can turn this ink into watercolor. So in the original layout, there's a lot of drips. So that's my intention here is I'm going to work in each section kind of individually unless I want the 2 colors to combine. And I'm just going to add a little bit of water while leaving some of the stamping defined and letting it drip down the page. I have a cloth there to catch the excess. I don't want it to drip all the way off the page. I actually don't have gesso all the way down there. So maybe that is kind of helping stop it as well. With that orange, the color got a little bit too diluted. So I'm just adding a little more ink directly from the ink pad onto my glass mat and then using that just to paint like watercolors. So, yeah, that was super quick and easy and fun. Anyone can do this, anyone. And it also helps, like, if you're not really precise at stamping, well, you don't have to be, because see, you water out some of it. So, super fun technique. So this is kind of where I'm thinking I'm going to put the photo. I die cut these letters out of black and white paper to help bring in the black that I'm going to add to the background. Cool dude, because he is holding a snow cone. We're at one of our favorite local snow cone places called Pelicans, and that will come into play, the local part, here in a minute. So I was really nervous to put this on just because I really liked the background so much and I didn't want to mess it up, but I am happy with how it looks. So I matted my photo in white and then in black to help bring together the black that is on the original layout with what I have envisioned. And then I grabbed one of my jars of really old die cuts and went to town kind of trying to add things. I really love that summer treat or sweet treat, summer treat sign, but I end up not using it because I kind of color blocked with all of the die cuts I end up using. And that one just had too many different colors on it. So actually all of these that I end up using are from Amy Tangerine. I'm not really sure exactly the name of the collection. It was from quite a few years ago. So, but it worked really well. The colors just matched the inks really perfectly. Kind of, since I'm doing a rainbow, that little journal there that goes in the orange section has a rainbow on it. So I liked that. And then I remembered that I had this local stamp. It's by In a Creative Bubble from Studio Calico. So since I didn't have a lime green or yellow die cut because I had to remove that one because it just wasn't working for me, I decided to make my own. So I take that same ink and I just colored some of the white cardstock that I had. While it dries, I am just inking up the edges of those die cuts. It's just a tiny thing, but to me, it really helps them pop off the page, and as well as tie it in with the other black elements on the page. So there is my paper that I added ink to, and I just took one of the stamps from the local stamp set, and I stamped it in black on there. So it's going to kind of add to my title. So the title is Cool Kid. So now it's going to say Cool Kid in the City, and it's going to sit right in the section that is yellow or lime green. It's called Melon Ice. So I'm not really sure what you want to call it. If it's a little bit lime green, but it's not like super limey because there is a limey color. Then I remembered that I have a food stamp set by Citrus Twist Kits, and it has ice cream and it has like a bubble tea, which also kind of looks like a slushie. So I decided to make more die cuts. So I do the same technique with the other ink colors. And this one I wanted to use, actually this is from the local set, but it says Hometown, and I wanted to use it there in between the blue and purple sections. So I just kind of overlapped those colors, and at first I thought that where they overlapped it might not look really cool, but actually it really looks like tie-dye kind of, so I was excited about that. So I add a couple more to the green section, that bubble tea and like a phrase, and then I add a pink section with an ice cream cone and a orange section just to put another little phrase. So those are just a combination of the local stamp set and the food stamp set. And I stamped them in black. Again, Catherine Puller. They're really crisp. I love them. But the black helps tie into the splatters on the background, which are a nod to the black cut file on the original layout. So I've die cut those, and I'm going to sprinkle them around, color blocking them in the sections that they correspond to. I'll take this opportunity to let you know that this is a hop. I'm going to link down below to all the amazing women who are hopping along with us today. So make sure to go check out all of their videos. Everyone's using the same layout inspiration, so it's really fun to see what everyone comes up with. So I stick down those die cuts, and then I decide to go back in with some stamps and with black ink stamped directly onto the background. And so I feel like that's a good link between the stamped die cuts and the background and the black. So it kind of just gives this cohesion and helps give another layer of like interest and things that are in common. So I just take a few of the stamps, I think they're mostly from the food stamp set, and just add them around the die cuts that I already included on the page. The last thing I'm going to do is add these Pink Fresh Studio Essential Gems because they are essential, and they come in all the beautiful colors that match. And even there's like that yellow one right there, but when you put it on top of that kind of like melon ice color, then it picks up those colors because it's like this beautiful iridescent look, and it matches perfectly. So that's super fun. I hope I haven't gone too fast. I was trying to get all my words in before the video ended. I hope you've been inspired. Play along with us. Use this layout to scrap lift and create your own rainbow layout. I'd love to see what you do. I'd love it if you give me a like and a follow, subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to put some links down below, including my cherry on top affiliate link if you want to go shopping for some fun products, some awesome stamps and Catherine Puller inks, and make sure that you go check out all of the other amazing layouts that the Mixed Media Frenzy group is doing. And join us on Facebook. I'll put a link down below. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.